What up,
What
everybody? It's Mickey and Pat from the Normies. Where are we coming from, Pat?
I don't know. I see palm trees.
It's pretty sunny outside.
Yeah, and I see palm trees.
It's quite beautiful.
Yeah.
We're coming at you from Miami, guys. So Pat's got a job down here. I'm staying with him for a little bit. But we're coming back at you to watch more Mindhunter. We're continuing. It's been a while since we saw episode 4, so we had to kind of recap a little bit. But we're moving on to season 1, episode 5. Congress is actually gaining interest in what they're doing now.
Yep.
And I looked up a little bit background on the show. Hold on, I gotta pull up the names here. But so this show is based on a book that was written by it's written by John Douglas, who's actually so the characters Holden and Tench are based on real people. So John Douglas is Holden.
John Douglas is Holden.
And he wrote the book Mindhunter. So this is actually a pretty accurate show, even with like the serial killers.
Yeah.
Like what's the guy's name? Ed. The big guy.
Yeah, the big guy.
Yeah.
That was accurate. Dang.
It's really accurate. Like it's accurate to the point where like if you there's real life interviews of the real life serial killers on YouTube, and they have like word for word quotes in the show. So it's like extremely accurate.
Dope.
So that made me like the show.
I'm gonna check that out for sure.
Yeah, I watched one of Ed. Why can't I remember his full name? But I watched one of his real interviews, and it's creepy, man. Because he's just a very normal person, and it's crazy that this science is also so new. Like this was only in the 70s, where this department didn't even exist, and that's kind of what this show's about.
To recap, so they got a new team now. Congress approved they're gaining.
Well, yeah, they're gaining interest, and right now it's Holden, Tench, and I can't remember the woman's name, but the I think she's a psychologist.
Okay.
But yeah, they're working through the basement right now.
Oh yeah, I just remember them going down the basement.
They have their thing going on. I know we've already kicked this off on Patreon, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you haven't seen this show yet, you should definitely check it out. Also, check out our Patreon for uncut, early access content. If you want to see the next episode right now, too, you can check it out. Remember, this is not a market substitute to watch the actual show. You should have seen this by now. And you come here to watch, kind of our review, discussion, reaction of it. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Park City, Kansas.
It's probably, it's this guy again.
I want to see the story, how he turns out. I'm really excited to see that.
Spoiler alert, I know who it's supposed to be because I found out when I was kind of looking into the show, but I won't say it since they haven't really said it. This is a great show, especially, I knew it was kind of accurate, but I didn't know, exactly how accurate they made it. It's really well done.
Yeah. It definitely, I think what got me hooked is that True Detective kind of vibe.
Yeah. Season 1.
Yeah.
Apparently season 3 is coming out.
Oh, True Detective?
I think they revived it.
Man, I don't know about that.
Yeah, season 2 was kind of a letdown.
Yeah. So have we figured out when the next Mindhunter season's coming out?
Soon. Definitely soon. I don't know how you guys are enjoying these reactions. It's not really there's not a lot of whoa type of moments.
It's more of discussion type of a reaction.
Yeah.
You gotta talk about it, that's what it is.
Yeah. It's a long ass intro though.
Right.
But I like it. I I really enjoy the cinematography in this show.
You know what I just realized? People in India are probably seeing cold weather right now.
I know.
It's fall already for them, bro. It's fall.
His given name is Benjamin Barnwright, but everybody calls him Benji.
Benji was home watching TV the night Beverly Jean was killed.
That's what he told us, and I believe him. He let us search his car, no warrant.
But you said he was home alone watching TV? That's not much of an alibi.
Why?
So they were talking to that welder because they think he killed this girl because he was having an affair with her or something. But then they talked to the wife too, and the wife seemed really sketchy too.
Is he expecting us?
He's in mourning. I thought it'd be polite to let him know we were coming.
We should have brought a six-pack.
Yeah, because it's such a small town, everybody knows everybody.
I'm Bill Tench. This is Holden Ford. We're with the FBI.
We're sorry about your girlfriend.
I still can't believe it.
How long were you with her?
18 months.
Don't seem too broken up about it. You're just offering instant coffee and shit.
Yeah, right. He's probably nervous as fuck.
You play sports in high school? I'm guessing not the football team.
Damn, shots fired.
This place for Beverly Jean.
She asked you to move?
I want us to have some privacy.
Where were you before?
With my mom.
Must have been hard on her, seeing you leave home.
I think she was happy to see me move on.
You and Beverly Jean ever fight?
Sometimes.
What'd you fight about?
Just stupid stuff.
Well, that sets you up with these questions, bro.
Must be a hard job because like when you do catch the bad guys, it's like you start to suspect everybody. And it's like,
Right. I think their job is really just to try to trip you up. That's all it is.
Was she saving herself for marriage?
Maybe she didn't want to wait. Girls like fooling around just as much as boys.
That's okay, Benjamin. We understand. It's private.
We'll keep it private.
Gosh, that shit, okay.
Billie Jean was my first.
Your first sexual experience?
Yeah, but she was nice. I don't know what all this has to do with what happened to
Listen,
her.
Benjamin, we're from a particular unit of the FBI.
I forget how
we
they found
investigate
the
murders
body.
when there's a sexual angle. It may be unpleasant, but it's what we do.
oh yeah, it was really fucked up, dude. They found her in the graveyard and shit, and like they cut off her breasts and like other parts of her body.
Damn.
It was yeah, there was something sexual about it.
I didn't buy him.
You think he was faking?
Seemed a bit much.
What do you mean? He seems a bit much.
He was a virgin. He serves donuts. All of that could have been rehearsed, especially since he knew we were coming.
Okay.
I would be in Tench's mindset. Like it's hard not to suspect like anybody and everybody. Like it would be hard to distinguish like when to let go of a hunch, you know?
Right.
Said that she was crazy about him.
Did you meet her?
Of course.
Benjamin told us the two of them argued sometimes.
I never heard them argue. Benjamin is soft, you know? Benjamin loses his love in such a horrible way.
Like mother, like son.
You think there's a gene for crying?
I keep wondering why Beverly was with him in the first place.
She might have liked that he was older, easy to talk to.
I mean, the crimes like this have existed throughout history, but it's crazy that maybe there was like such a surge of it that it started all this shit.
Right. Or I think we just found I think there's still like the surgery we just found them out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just able to sniff out the serial killers better now
It's not a formality.
before they start having a pattern.
You don't want it to be someone in the community. Who drives all this way to come to some Rust Belt town? If you're hunting for girls, you got big cities. Why choose a place like this? And how would a drifter know where the dump is?
Listen to the veteran, man. He's seen some shit. How much do they drive? I wonder what the distances these guys are driving.
Didn't we tailor the interviews based on the killer's personality?
Yes, but we still need a data set that's consistent across all our subjects.
You leaving?
Back to Boston.
You just got here.
Well, until you conduct more interviews, there's really nothing for me to do here.
We had a really interesting conversation with the fiance of that victim in Altoona.
I got a taxi waiting.
Cancel it. I'll drive you.
Taxi drivers some shitty stuff.
He lost it. I've never seen a guy cry like that. Bill was skeptical.
But you believed him.
It looked real.
Well, how did it feel? I mean, were you moved? Did you want to comfort him?
I wanted him to stop. It felt wrong. Benjamin was blubbering like a baby, but it didn't seem vulnerable. It felt hostile.
You know, psychopaths are extremely skilled at imitating human emotions. It's how they manipulate other people or how they gain power over their environment.
How do they understand emotions if they don't have them?
Well, they have emotions. They just don't believe that other people have them. Or, more specifically, they don't believe that other people have interior lives.
How do we sniff them out?
Well, it seems like you just did. You trust your instinct.
Damn, so it is him? I don't know. Could be a misdirect.
No, I think it's gonna be accurate because they're trying to like hype her up.
Benjamin is anything but assertive. Beverly's the first woman he slept with.
So that would give the relationship an extra significance. Well, what's her history? Was she a virgin too?
He was touchy about that.
So, then she had some experience. You really believe that a young, pretty girl can't be manipulative?
If something happened and Benjamin snapped, could feelings of impotence explain his rage?
Possibly. But then wouldn't the rape already have accomplished that? You know, in all the crimes that we've studied, there's never been an example of a victim being raped, then depersonalized. The killer mutilates her after death, and he usually commits sexual acts after death as well.
To make up for his sense of inadequacy while she was still alive.
It's like there's two different presentations of this crime scene.
Well, damn. I guess it is our boy Benjamin. Maybe.
Studying, pulling an all-nighter, writing a paper on C-right mills and power elite. It's about the people who really run this country.
God, imagine writing a paper on that.
Right? Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
There's no undo.
Right.
Can you imagine that? You make a spelling error, you gotta start all the fuck over. Whiteout. Days of whiteout.
Great for concentration, keeps you totally focused.
Should you just give him fucking Adderall?
We were digging into his relationship with the fiance, and he burst into tears.
Bill thought he was bullshitting.
I once went crying to my professor. I made up an elaborate story about my dad and some horrendous accident. I was partying a little too much, almost flunked out of school. The interesting thing was, while I was lying, I actually started believing it.
Your teacher was male.
So?
Women crying to men always works. Men to men. Why were you drinking so much?
I wanted to fit in. And it made it easier to sleep with people.
How many people did you sleep with?
Let's not. Hold in. I'm not doing this.
You brought it up.
Okasik looked into Frank Janderman. Apparently in high school, he was sent to a psychiatric hospital for taking a monkey wrench to a girl.
We should get this on tape.
She gotta carry that shit.
What do you want from me, man? I have been here all day. I answered all your questions last week.
We just have a few more. Beverly Jean Shaw was close with your family. We're simply looking for a little background.
I didn't really spend a whole lot of time with them.
So you and Benjamin aren't close?
It's just close shit that's like women.
Mrs. Marmite said you looked out for him. So you would help him if he needed it.
Yep.
Did you fight a lot in high school?
Like Popeye.
How'd you land yourself in Warren State Psychiatric Hospital?
It's probably in your fucking file.
We want to hear your side.
This girl freaked out on me. Came after me with the wrench. I tried to get it out of her hand and it swung back and hit her in the face. And then all this shit came raining down on me.
Why'd she freak out?
I was seeing some other girl, too.
You a ladies' man?
Maybe. Back then.
They sent you to a mental institution.
That was bullshit. I had to go to the bug house as part of the plea.
You did a plea deal?
Why not go to court? Tell them what you told us.
My lawyer said I'd never win against a sweet girl with a broken nose. There were other infractions. I was running around like a jackass back then.
But no longer.
I'm married now. Got a kid.
Marriage and fatherhood don't make anger go away.
I wasn't angry.
Misunderstood?
Makes me sound like a pussy, but yeah.
Yeah, I kind of believe him. Maybe, I don't know.
I still think it's that Benjamin nigga.
I don't know what to think, man.
So you were home all night?
No, I told you when I got us dinner.
How long were you gone?
15, 20 minutes maybe.
Where'd you get food?
Rose likes the rolls at Hunter's Diner on Market Street.
And Rose will confirm this?
Am I under some kind of suspicion here? Beverly Jean was Benji's girl. I barely knew her.
That seems so strange, seeing as how she was about to be part of the family.
Stop saying it like that.
They were engaged, weren't they?
Benji thought they were.
You're saying he made the relationship more than what it was?
She let him call her his girlfriend.
He got that apartment for her.
Yeah, that was the big plan, get her to move in.
Was Beverly even sleeping with him?
Now and again.
That's fucked up.
That he was satisfying her?
I don't think he was blowing her mind.
Did she tell you that?
So many words, but when a chick's enjoying it, she's all over you.
You think Beverly Jean knew the difference?
I'd say she was, open. I don't know if he didn't get it or he didn't want to.
Damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up on her part too. Then yeah, it's probably Benjamin, man.
Frank's cagey. He could have made all that up about her being a slut.
What if he didn't?
I don't know, man. He seems sincere enough.
Benjamin felt sexually powerless. He might lash out with the kind of anger you see in this crime.
Let's see what Benjamin has to say. You understand you're not under arrest, right? You're free to leave at any point, and you only have to talk to us if you want to.
And you're okay with us recording?
When they start the conversation like that, you just fucking leave, bro. Fuck that. God damn.
We talked to Frank. He said you made up that part about you and her being engaged.
Well, I didn't have a ring yet, but I asked her, and she said yes. It sounded to us like she wanted to keep her options open.
Ooh, it might trigger something. Ooh, here we go.
He was jealous. Why would he be jealous? He's married to your sister.
He was always asking when she was coming around, always talking to her like she was his girlfriend. Hey, hun, hey, babe, hey, sweetheart, go get me a beer.
Yeah, it's him.
He was always getting her to sit on his lap.
Did she want to sit on his lap?
Well, she had to, or it would have been rude.
Did he try to have sex with her?
No, it didn't go that far. Beverly Jean was a beautiful woman. She wouldn't do that.
Do what? Have sex? She had sex with you.
She loved me.
But she wasn't exactly saving herself for marriage. You think you satisfied her, Benjamin?
Jesus, man.
Did you see her that night when she got off work?
No, I was home. I was watching television.
Didn't you want her to come over, hang out with
Of
you?
course I wanted her to come over because I loved her. She's dead.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it is him because he's using the crying to just like end the conversation.
Like every time when it get close, he does that.
The mutilation of her body alone justifies our involvement.
Would you mind sitting on your own? You close with Benjamin?
He's my older brother.
How old were you when you met Frank?
16.
You know about the incident with Frank in high school.
It was before I met him.
Did you ever talk with him about it?
He told me it was some kind of accident.
Oh, no, she's covering up a bruise, so Frank does. Frank's a liar, so it might be Frank now. God, who is it? I don't know what to believe anymore.
Is she seeing other men?
Benjamin thought she might be. He said he thought she was giving him the runaround.
No shit, Benjamin.
Frank told us he was with you the night Beverly Jean was murdered. Is that true?
Yes. Well, went out to get us food.
How long was he gone?
Rose, if you are hiding something and they find out about it, it will not be good for you.
What? Finish the question. You get the answer to the question just because the baby's crying.
Right?
Like, don't just leave.
Did you see those bruises on her arm? Do you think Frank did that?
Her mother told us that he wouldn't let anyone else get close to her. Should we search Frank's car?
I would need a warrant.
Let's get one.
Do you promise my baby will be okay if I tell you what happened?
Of course.
Oh, shit.
There we go.
The plot thickens.
Frank was not home the night Beverly Jean disappeared.
Yeah, it was a misdirect. I fucking believed him, too. He seems very sincere.
Benji called us that night and asked Frank to come over.
What if they both did it together?
Frank left. Called after 2 or 3 hours, asked me to come over there too. I said to bring cleaning supplies. He told me something bad had happened. My mind started racing. I was worried something had happened to Benji. Frank said he's fine, but he's done something.
It was Benji.
Yeah.
Benjamin did something.
But he could be lying. I think they did it together. I mean, obviously, they're all accomplices.
Yeah.
Said he got mad at Beverly Jean.
Got him. That doesn't explain the mutilation.
He said he's in the bathroom. Beverly Jean is in there too. There is blood everywhere. Splashing. Then I see Beverly Jean in the bathtub.
Was she alive?
Dead. She had her top on, but no panties.
Did you notice any wounds?
Couldn't tell there was a lot of blood. Then he asked me to go get cleaning supplies. When I came back, they had already rolled her up, so they took her out to Frank's truck and drove her off. I washed out the tub and cleaned up the bathroom.
Did you see a weapon?
There was a knife in the tub. I rinsed it off. Took it to the kitchen, washed it with dish soap.
Then you use that knife again?
Did you see Frank or Benjamin again that night?
No. Frank came home early the next morning.
Why did you help them?
It's just what I've always done.
Who killed her?
I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't matter. They're all accomplices.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Well, damn.
Yeah, that was an episode.
Alright, guys. That was episode 5. So, since the show's pretty accurate, I imagine this is probably a real crime that took place. Because the book Mindhunter is written about, I mean, the show, like the creation of a criminal behavioral science unit in the FBI. So I imagine this is a retelling of, like, true crimes. So we still don't know who did it, but I don't think it matters at this point because, like, Frank is obviously a liar and he's abusive still. Yeah. And Benjamin is fucked up in the head.
And the wife is just dumb to follow it.
I mean, she was 8 months pregnant at the time, and she's obviously in an abusive relationship. It's also the 70s, you know, like, things aren't really the greatest for
That's true.
women at this point, so I don't imagine she would have had much of a choice because Frank probably would have beat her. And it's family. I don't know, man. It's I don't know. It's a fucked up situation. But what the real fucked up thing is like, okay, so he killed her probably normally, and then they dumped her in the dump. But then I think
Benji must have went back out there.
Because it doesn't explain because she wasn't mutilated when she was killed. Yeah. As far as she knows. Yeah. Damn, dude, that's really fucked up. But then the girl was kind of fucked up too for being all manipulative with Benjamin like that. Yeah. Because she did probably just like string him along. Damn. I don't know. That was a hell of an episode. It's interesting. Like, the acting is really well done by literally every single person, especially the people they get to play the criminals.
Cause the criminals do a really good job.
They have to, because they're explaining their psychology, and we're also like seeing them act. Because, like, out of the two people, I thought Frank was pretty sincere. I was like, okay, yeah, maybe there was a mistake in high school and he just got fucked over. But then you see the bruises on his wife's arm and you're like, damn, I believe that guy. You know? Yeah, so it's crazy. Like they do a really the acting is phenomenal in this show. It's a very dialogue heavy show. Like some scenes I kind of zoned out in. I think it was very strong in the second. I didn't expect this storyline to still be going on. I thought.
I really need to know more about the other guy because we got 5 more episodes left and I feel like he's the main serial killer they're hunting.
Well, I think they're gonna. Well, oh yeah, I forgot about that guy too. I don't know if that got wrapped up yet or not though.
No, it hasn't.
No, it did get wrapped up.
The home security guy.
No, not the home security guy. No. That is like
that's the main serial killer they're gonna go after.
Well, they're not even aware of him yet. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like they need that's probably gonna get resolved in season 1.
You think so?
I would think so, unless if that's Charles Manson.
Because okay, we're on episode 5. Because right now he hasn't done it. Like we keep seeing clips of this guy. Obviously he's gonna do something but he hasn't done anything yet. So he's not even on anybody's radar yet. So unless he does something within this next episode, because we're already it's only 10 episodes, right?
I think so. Yeah, 10.
Talk to the other 2 serial killers you're talking to. I forget his freaking name, Ed something, and then the other guy too, the skinny guy.
Yeah, skinny guy.
Which his psychology was different to Ed's. Like Ed is very willing to share his psychology and give his perspective, where the other guy was very hesitant to talk to them. So not every single person is gonna want to talk to them, but I really like how the show like they explain the psychology and then you see that psychology in the acting of the people that they're talking about. It's really
that's why they're really good actors.
It's really fucking well done. The writing is really good, and I'm glad I kind of looked a little deeper into the show because it makes me enjoy it a little bit more, especially how accurate.
That's why I enjoy it a little bit more because it's accurate.
It's pretty damn accurate. I mean, obviously names and places and stuff have been changed, but it's pretty darn accurate. I enjoyed it. It's the show is a very slow burn. It's very dialogue heavy. It's very drama heavy. So we try to react where we can with this, but it's more of a conversational show, I think. So hopefully you guys are enjoying these reactions. We're gonna continue on with episodes.
So I still do have a question for the fans. It's so what do you think serial killers are still around and we just gotta because you don't really hear about serial killers anymore. When's the last time you heard about a serial killer? But I feel like there are serial killers around. They just been locked up since their first murder.
Yeah, they don't get the chance. They don't get the chance to progress further. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's. Yeah, I mean there's so much technology and social media and if anybody goes missing, it's very I mean it's definitely it'd be harder to hide crimes like this. Although there was a suspected serial killer in Indiana, not just a couple months ago actually.
Oh, for real?
And there were 3 suspicious murders of middle-aged women that were kind of similar, and so they were suspected. I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, I wouldn't imagine that anybody could do it.
Sustain it to this pattern.
To this level, yeah.
If they were, man, they're geniuses, bro.
There's definitely fucked up crime still. Maybe you're right. They just get caught
in the fucked up crime.
In the
and I want to hear more about those fucked up crimes.
And they don't have the chance to go to a second or a third era. So yeah, I guess that's that's one good thing about technology. It's it's not easy to get away with things. It's crazy that this was only in the 70s. This is very new. I mean, a lot has been learned and done in the past 30 years with this research and stuff. But it's crazy that this was so not even 30. It's more than 30. It's fucking 2020 almost. So 50 years. I always still think I'm back in 2000 or the 90s.
Mid-90s.
But okay, so 50 years. So that's pretty long. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna continue on to episode 6. Hopefully, you're enjoying these reactions. Check out our Patreon for uncut early access content. If you want to watch the next episode, you can do that right now. There. Join us in the comments. Let us know what you think about this show. Give us your perspective on what you think about the psychology and stuff. Leave a comment, share, subscribe. Helps us out. We'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.
Thanks for joining us for another Mindhunter. Shout out to our super patrons, Luis, Timor, Quasi, Trip, Toy Soldier, Benjamin, Joe Max, Keyboard Junkie, Robert, MYR Fan Joey, and Philip. Check out our Patreon for uncut and early access content. There's some important links down below too, and we'll see you guys next week.